disclaimer. There's no manual to being a parent. But I'm starting to feel like a lot of y'all ugly asses don't like your kids. And you feel like you just gonna do whatever you want to do just to get by. Now, I was minding my own business, as I always am. And I saw a headline taking place in Mexico. And it said, 14-year-old dies after secret breast implant surgery allegedly done by mom's boyfriend. And at that moment, I said, say, what? Not a 14-year-old young girl whose body is going to develop into the body she wants. You're rushing it for what? Now, rest in peace to my mom. She would say, you must be from Russia because you're sure Russian. What you rushing her body for? Now, here's the crazy part about it. Under the alleged assumption, Carlos, which is the father of the 14-year-old Paloma, he thought that his daughter passed away from COVID. Now, we know COVID is still here. It never left, okay? And under his assumption, he felt that because she was being isolated in a remote mountain cabin type situation, that, you know, possibly they had to kind of induce a coma for her because of the complications. Now, we know COVID hit everybody differently. So if you're hearing some news like that, you're probably thinking, damn, they doing all they could do. Oh, baby. Well, in her induced coma, she ended up dying. And the explanation wasn't sitting right with Carlos. Carlos is like, no, something's not right. No bueno. And so he elected to start looking in further what could have happened to his 14-year-old daughter. Now, when they went to go review the body, they was looking at the baby like, her breasts look kind of, her chest area looking kind of big, man. Some ain't sitting right because that's not what she looked like. Now she's giving pop, 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 pop. Baby, all I'm going to tell you is this. When they look further into it, they start investigating, baby, they found out that the baby girl had breast implants. Absolutely. She was not old enough for breast implants, and it was done under the table. And the reason why she died, it wasn't from COVID. She actually had brain swelling, and she died because her body went into, or better yet, it was brain swelling, which led to a cardiac arrest, which led them to the induced coma, which she died over time. But everybody was going with that, it's COVID, okay? This is why y'all have to do an external autopsy on your loved ones, because anybody can tell you anything and you trust them because you're like, well, why would you lie to me? Baby, why is that mother allowing her boyfriend to do that? Now, every hidden story and agenda comes to the light. Now, the problem is the mother approved for the boyfriend to do this operation. And he owned his own clinic. So really, he could have snuck her in there at all times doing it anyway. Now, there is an open case pending against the boyfriend. Currently, his license are suspended. They should have been canceled immediately. Control, Alt, Delete. But right now, they're waiting for this autopsy to take place to see if there was anything else that could pop up. And once it does, and he's probably not going to have a suspended license. He probably just ain't going to be able to practice at all. Now, Carlos, I hate this for you. You know, it's nothing worse than having a selfish parent and having a parent that's actually loving and responsible. And to get the news that your baby died, and then you're being told your baby died from one thing, to only uncover what your baby really died from is sad. Now, the fact that people are putting so much pressures on adding enhancements to bodies, you're not even allowing these young kids to be young kids. You're beefing them up too soon, and then their mindset isn't as mature as their body looks. And so what was the purpose, mom and boyfriend, for doing this? Because it sounded like y'all were going to be using her in a way that she didn't want to be used. Because why are you putting breast implants in her? Now, what I've started to see with people is a lot of times the parent or the one that's being negligent wasn't able to live that life at a younger age because they had their children young. So they're starting to apply that pressure on their children because they want them to be their friends, and they are trying to catch up on the things that they didn't get to. But baby girl, you can't be putting that type of body stuff in these kids. Now, I don't know what Mexico's rules is or are for these type of scenarios, because everybody's jail sentencing is different. But I just want closure for Carlos, because he seemed like the only one that gives a damn. And it's so crazy, because when certain things like this happen, all you want is justice for your babies or for your loved ones. And I hope that when they go investigate, that maybe y'all can pull his records to see what he's been doing under the table thus far. Because one pimple brought to a head brings other pimples to a head. So the fact that the 14-year-old Paloma Nicole is now deceased, it really sucks, because it should have never happened. Did you catch my drift? Now, again, no one man should have all that power. Kanye West told us that. So come on, Mexico, do it right. I get it. Sometimes it's a ton of cases like this, but do this right. Okay? Charge them. And I don't know what the penalty is for this type of crime, but that little girl should have been still up, moving around, playing, and doing what 14-year-olds do, besides having to undergo major surgery on her body, and then slips into a brain swelling, cardiac arrest situation. And I can only imagine what, was going through her father's head as he's grieving for one thing and finds out something on the back end. But y'all gonna keep letting the devil use y'all. I don't know, because y'all weird. Bro, if you don't want to be a parent, then you have states that in different rules that govern your country that you can reach out to. If you don't want to be a parent, surrender your rights to the person that is responsible and stop doing these harmful things to these babies. That's why they're broken, and that's why they need therapy. But baby, look, I am just the messenger. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with your girl, go on through with your girl. Make sure you check out my website. Yes, www.shauniebeentertainment.com. Check out the fan gear. You got option drop donations, but never any pressure to do either of the two, because I see the likes, the shares, the comments, and it means the world to me. So I just want to tell you thank you from my lips to your ears for rocking with me, because y'all could be anywhere in the world, but y'all come keep me company. Hop in the comments, though. Like, I'm starting to now see that there really are some damaged households out there. And unfortunately, not everybody has a good role model as a parent. Some people really are bad at this. And unfortunately, those are the custodial parents. So those kids have to stay in those conditions, because where they going to go? And you think the person is loving on you, that is the person that's the most envious of you. And it's so crazy, because y'all won't let these babies be babies. You're rushing their reproduction period of their life. You're not having those heart-to-heart conversations. And then you're letting your boyfriends come in or your girlfriends come in and control the narrative of what you deem to be family. And that's not family. So again, if you're going to try to move forward after a past relationship, move forward with good intentions, and don't allow your lovers to influence anything or pass anything towards your kids, because that's your seed. And the fact that you put your seed in that predicament, how dumb do you look, and how stupid should you feel, ma'am? Because you basically sacrificed your daughter, and I hate that. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better. But death penalty her last. Easy. Help us out. Save some taxes. But until next time, man, y'all stay alert and aware. And if you can't be a parent, just pass that parental torch to somebody that's going to love on that baby wholeheartedly, because y'all trash. But until next time, next story, and I'm out this. Peace.